Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Stidham from the shotgun. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Jones. It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
1-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
27.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He was no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Defense wins championships, baby. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Tackles.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was brought down by Logan.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They're going to look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 3, Bears nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Get the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Check Mike 54.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears.
Goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Big stuff, dude. Big stuff. Let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Roquan Smith.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch out.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
27.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get your swerve on. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Man out. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. We own them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
40-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game. Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stidham. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stidham going back to the air. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And Stidham throws another interception, his 3rd. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Look at 19.
Now back to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. That is caught by Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 20, Buccaneers 10. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 51 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's the end of the third.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Stidham. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Number 13, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Bears 20, Buccaneers 17. Mike Badgley set.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Check the backer, check the backer. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check three. Tighten up. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Fresno. Watch the twist. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
37.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Get ready.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 43. Sponge. No. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a nice run there. Going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 39. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 8 coming up. Now Stidham. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Buccaneers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Thank you.